In Major League Baseball, the Tokyo Series is in the bag. What are our reactions? The first two games that matter, the two games that count, happened over the last 2 days in Japan, in Tokyo, in the Tokyo Dome. Game one, we had Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Shota Imanaga.
Yeah, and Imanaga played fantastic. I mean, the dude threw lights out.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 5 solid innings for the reigning world champs. That's right, world champs Dodgers. In the win of 4-1 win against the home team Cubs. Imanaga, man, 4 no-hit innings.
That's insane. And unfortunately for the Cubs, as soon as they pulled Imanaga out, so they got exploited as soon as, Ben Brown came in and just kind of showed his inexperience, made some mistakes, and
tell me if you heard this before. The Dodgers offense comes alive in the 5th inning.
Yeah, you have this Dodgers team that, yes, they have a ton of star power, but the fact is they won this one by just purely grinding them down, right? They're deep and they're patient, and they were just waiting for somebody to get out there that they could kind of tee off on. And unfortunately, Ben Brown happened to be the guy in that first game.
Yeah. Obviously, after that, the Dodgers did come alive in the 5th inning, scoring 3 runs off of Ben Brown. Give some credit, though, to John Birdie for airmailing that throw on that double play ball. He just airmailed it to the 3rd row.
Yeah.
And John Birdie, remember him? Yankee legend, John Birdie. Remember John Birdie, right?
I don't know who John Birdie is.
Okay, so do you remember when the Dodgers won the World Series and they kind of said how the reason why they won is because they were able to take advantage of things they knew the Yankees were going to do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so John Birdie came out and said it was disrespectful that that the Dodgers players talked about that in interviews and mentioned it in podcasts and stuff like that. He felt that was disrespectful. And you and I both kind of had the who? Like,
wait a minute. Who are you?
You didn't even take the field, man. Like, just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I thought that was pretty funny that the Dodgers got the lead from John Birdie airmailing a ball into the 3rd row. So, but Tanner Scott got the save in this one, and the Dodgers, on the route there. The Dodgers bullpen didn't give up a hit from the 3rd to the 8th inning, with Banda, Kasperius, and Trannon all locking it down there. Ohtani was 2 for 5 with a double. So the game one was great, man. Imanaga definitely threw, and honestly, between him and Yamamoto, he definitely looked like the better pitcher that game.
Yeah, Imanaga is the real deal, man.
In game 2, we had Roki Sasaki versus Justin Steele. The Cubs actually out-hit LA on this one, 8-7, but the Dodgers were also victorious in this one, winning 6-3. Sasaki pitched 3 innings, walked 5, and struck out 3. The kid was pumping 100-plus heaters in the first inning. His splitter was absolutely nasty. You got rookie pitcher Jack Dreyer and vets Louis Garcia. And Sasaki also gave up a run. All 3 of those pitchers gave up a run. But from there, the Dodgers closed it out with Knack, Yates, and Vesia all having scoreless innings. Tommy Edman hit the first home run in this year for any team in Major League Baseball. Also, Ohtani had a home run as well. Kike Hernandez got his first hit of the series.
Gotta love having Kike out there.
Just hit a bomb to left center field. Just completely crushed it.
Yeah, and Kike was filling in for Mookie Betts because he was out in these games, right?
Yes, both Mookie and Freddie were out this game.
Yeah.
So 2 of your top MVPs were out.
It's almost disgusting. 2 MVP candidates on this team, both out, and the Dodgers just took it in stride. Those are big time players to just be replacing with guys like Miguel Rojas and Kike Hernandez. And it's just like, we didn't miss a stride at all. It shows that this team is poised and they're ready. They looked mid-season form in both these games. They weren't. They didn't look rusty. They looked great. This could be a terrible season for anybody that's not a Dodger fan.
Yeah, that's got to be nice, right? Justin Steele, the pitcher for the Cubs, I will give him this excuse. He looked exhausted. Like, just on the mound, he looked tired. So I don't think he handled the time change very well. So I do think there's a few players there on the Cubs side that weren't necessarily ready for that. The Dodgers did have the advantage because they did start last season like that too. They had to play in South Korea. So they were all used to this. They know to follow the sleep schedule and all that. So let's go ahead and hit some of these comments here. Let's see here. We have also Steele had not been great so far. Definitely not pitching like the ace should. And did Tucker forget how to hit the baseball during the move from Houston? Yeah, dude, he did not look right. He did not look like himself. It was something that Max Muncy did say on Foul Territory, that he said that the balls are different. there's definitely a perceived rise on the pitches, which was causing a lot of them to get under the ball. So there was a whole lot of that going on. In spring training, Kyle Tucker is 1 for 30 and 1 for 8 in Japan. But you also got to remember Mookie Betts was 0 for 18 in spring training the year he won his MVP. So just keep that in mind. There's, spring training games don't matter. These
Darren's
two
calling
games
Kyle Tucker to MVP right now.
No, I'm not. No,
That's what I heard.
Not.
That's what I heard.
But I did want to talk about the whole home thing. Both of these games counted as Cubs homes games. So imagine the Cubs come down to the end of the year in the division against the Brewers. They've got 87 wins and the Brewers have 88 wins and they lose the division. And because the NL East and the NL West are stacked, they don't get a wild card spot.
Why wouldn't they just make one team the home in each one of them?
Well, I think that's why the Dodgers didn't want to split, because they had to do this last year.
Yeah.
They had to do it 2 years in a row, and no other team's been asked to do it 2 years in a row. So they were probably just like, okay, because we're making you do this, let's just make them both road games for you. But the problem is you went to this game, and when Shohei Ohtani stepped on deck, the place would go nuts. That place was easily a home field advantage for the Dodgers when you're talking about the crowd being involved in it. This was more of a Dodger home game than South Korea was. But this one in Japan, where the Dodgers practically own that market, I think it was a little unfair for the Cubs. I got to say, as a Cubs fan, I'd be a little
bent that was a home game for the other team.
That both of those games were your home games.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Your home games.
And the other team definitely had a lot more fans there. And it's not about that. It's not necessarily about the fans, but, they did have the last ups. So the Cubs did have the advantage of being the home team. They got last ups, stuff like that. But yeah, man, if at the end of it, I would be a little bent. I don't know.
I mean, if you are asking teams to travel like 5 time zones away and, especially to have the Dodgers do it, because I'm sure that game made ridiculous money for Major League Baseball and the Japanese market. It wouldn't have done that if the Dodgers weren't there. I get it. And I mean, if you're the Dodgers and that's your only negotiating point is we don't want to take these as home games, even though they might feel like home games, what are you going to do?
Well, you also have 3 Japanese players, so it's kind of...
Well, and 3-star Japanese players. I mean, it's not like they're just buried on the backside of the roster, right? Like,
right.
You've got guys that you're using in rotation positions. You've got the best baseball player on the planet.
2 stars, everybody else wanted.
It's just a little bit different, right?
For sure. Fewer games at Wrigley Field, more difficult to win the division now.
We were wearing our road uniforms despite being the home team.
Yeah, that's a good point. It makes sense objectively for scheduling purposes, but it stings as a fan.
Yep.
Like I said, if this comes down to it and you're 2 or 1 games out of winning your division, you could look back to this as being, you got one more game at Wrigley.
It could have been a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, you got one more game at Wrigley because of it. I don't know. But once again, folks, this channel did hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all for doing that. Once we hit $500 in AdSense revenue, we're going to be giving it back to you folks. So if you have not yet, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that giveaway. 5 subscribers are each going to earn $100 each. And of course, smash that like button for your boy AJ right over there.
Boom. If you're watching on YouTube on one of our short videos, just know this is available as a podcast wherever you get your audio.